Welcome back, everyone, to the final episode of the July 2019 Are You Hardcore, where I have not been able to find this wizard, and I decided that I don't have time to fiddle around or anything like that. I think I just need to take the bed, spend the entire day outside trying to find him, and if it gets dark, then just sleep and continue on. I need to find this wizard. Now I did finally check on them and see the exact words he says is the beacon is the spawn location for the wizard, and that he may wander around since that's what NPCs do. And where has he wandered to? And if he's anything like a villager, he could have drowned himself. And that's the thing I'm afraid of is perhaps he fell into the water and couldn't get out or something like that now and drowned or something like that. Now, it's not an undead as far as I know, but the health bar is still there. That implies that he's still alive unless there is a bug in how it operates. And the only thing Ed said about the beacon that was don't raid the blocks below it. Apparently there are iron blocks below it. That said, as far as I could tell, well, I was thinking, well, why do you need iron blocks below the beacon if it's not providing any buffs? I don't know. Because I don't think that you need a. I don't think that you need a pyramid or light a beacon or not. How should I know? I've never gotten a beacon fairly. I've always purchased them from other players on a multiplayer server, right? That's how you get a beacon. You buy it from another player in your server. Uh, I'm just saying if you want, maybe he did check out the mansion because if he does wander about, this is if this were day one, of course, I would be collecting those pumpkins quickly. But as you notice, it's not the case. Now, just make sure there are no creepers because sometimes it gets dark enough under these dark oaks. They don't call them dark oaks for nothing. Yes. Where is that with? I guess I'll just have to do a search for it as soon as this whole thing is over. Because I can't find him. Yoo-hoo! Wizard! I think that maybe the first thing you need to do is when you're dealing with this wizard is to fence him in. It's not an obvious strategy when you're running for your life. But maybe when he was, because if he decided, oh, once again was a good time to attack you, then you'd be in trouble. Right. Yeah, I think that maybe about 2 days ago, I should have decided to do what I'm doing now, and that is to go around. I'm just wondering, though, if you went more than 128 blocks before defeating him, does he disappear? But I would think that there would have been precautions against anything like that. Right? Now, I don't know what the wizard is. Is the wizard a modified witch? A modified. Is he a modif. Well, Ed brings in custom mobs all the time, so I'm sure he's not going to make a mistake like having one that will despawn in an instant that you are outside the area. Okay. Hmm. Oh, Wizzy! Oh boy. There are just some places where that wizard might have fallen to. I'm going to run into him right at the final instant. I've got 15 minutes left, and I still haven't found the wizard. Now, you're saying it's supposed to be a fun fight, fight where I was getting beaten into a pulp. That's it's noon. Yeah, just saying. Oh boy, this time where I could really use a blink spell. Unfortunately, I do not have access to my own spells. I wonder if everyone else is having the same trouble I've think I haven't watched past the first episode in anyone else's yet because I was afraid of spoilers and all of that. And yeah, but well, that plus I'm finishing this when about the time people are going to be getting ready to start on their third episodes anyway. So there is that also. But yeah, I think the wizard hit into some form of misadventure. Not too sure what type of a misadventure. It's usually in the challenges if a custom mob fell into some sort of misadventure, then all right, fine, we're done with that. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Let's continue on with whatever challenge we have. The challenge isn't usually centered around this particular mob. So if something happened untoward related to that mob. Let's see, I don't think he would have swam away. Okay, so it's not in the direction of the mansion, not in the direction of this. I can't remember where, because I went way, way outside. I can't even remember where I went during that first episode where I rode far, far away to that village in that mad chase all over the place. Now, I haven't figured out where is this wizard. Just seeing, do I see a wizard's hat anywhere up around here? Yeah. Hey, Dumbledore! Hmm. Not, it's a bit late though for me to collect stuff for making arrows. Especially considering I still don't have a bow. Uh, but, let's have no wizard fight. Let's try the mighty chicken fight. And, just do it the easy way. The really easy way. How many feathers did I get out of that? One! We only have one flint too, so right? Yeah, only one flint, one feather. Getting the sticks would be easy. So I have access to 7 potential arrows, but still no bow. The sun is not quite set yet, but it is getting into the afternoon. Doing all this wonderful stuff I should have done a long time ago. checking out. Oh, too bad he didn't have villager mechanism and comes and treating the beacon as if there were a bell there or anything like that. Huh. Or if the mage had a bed. But of course, we know Ed's philosophy concerning beds and mages. Real mages don't sleep. But I'm not the mage. It is my opponent that's the mage. There you go. Now, what's left to do? Well, that's the last time I'll be sleeping for this little thing. I presume when you hit the end, you get thrown into spectator mode. That's a possibility. I could probably switch myself to spectator anyway because usually this. Well, actually, we are in hardcore, but we're not custom hardcore because you notice he changed the life bars to be in these diamonds, and therefore it's probably not standard hardcore mode. I'm sure it's a couple of tweaks to it. The main one, of course, is that cheats are probably active. You just don't use them until after the thing's over. Of course, you might have it set up so that cheats are off and that they get turned on by the end of the game also. That way you could go around looking through the world if you're not planning on running it again. But well, that's the other thing is that's right. Some people might be running it again, though I'm not going to rerun it considering that how long it took me going around not finding a mage. So if you go to the mage quickly, you're not ready. If you don't go to him quickly, well, even Ed said he might have wandered off. I'm not too sure he quite understood how far he would wander off. Sort of like how horses have a habit of wandering off a great distance. Like how often I say where we how far in one or two episodes my horse had wandered off in there. Let's see. 9 feathers. Plenty of feathers now. I guess I could go about, try to create some arrows, but sort of like, yeah, what am I going to do with arrows without a bow? Let's just say I'm losing combat to a chicken. Yeah, if I can't kill a chicken, how am I going to kill a wizard? Yeah, right. Especially considering there are only 7 minutes left and no time to make any magical selfies. Uh, well then, hmm, I'm sure by episode 3, everybody's out there going all over the place, making wonderful magical selfies. Saying, here's me. Well, I know they are posting selfies up there, but I've been doing all my time looking for the wizard rather than doing selfies, so I don't even have any non-magical ones to share. Well, I have maybe one or two, but that's just about it. But nothing really interesting. I think it was the magical spinning horse. All right, fine. We'll finish off the time on the horse. Should have thought of that at the beginning of the episode. If I'm going to have to scour the countryside, how in the world did I get a huge distance away? I can't. And even if I did get a huge. No, there's no place there where he could have. Yeah, I made a lot of trouble just figuring out how you managed to get away. I still haven't figured out how I managed to get a long distance away. Wait, that was a really confusing first episode. I said, where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Over here, over here, over there. But right now, I think I needed a mage compass. That's what I need. You should have modified the compass so that instead of pointing towards spawn, it would point towards the mage. Now, how I would have gotten hold of a magical compass that did that, I have absolutely no idea. Well, I think I finally found the region where I was lost before. Not sure how well, yeah, there are plenty of places where the mage could have been around and I'm around at the same time. Look at that. The bowl. That would have been a nicer arena to face the mage. But, whew, interesting spot. Uh, it's pretty much now well, I've checked every place that's near. So might as well just take a grand tour of the area for the last 3 minutes of the last episode, where the chances of my finding this mage are somewhere between 0 and negative at this point. And I think he's just going to say, "Hello, are you looking for me?" Just and then beep. That's what it sounds like it's going to be like. Well, I found the horses. Of course. Oh, that's it. Then we must be near the village. Because weren't the horses near the village? Because that's how I wound up with the horse. Is I found the horses, then I, yeah, dredging up memories of the start of this challenge. All right, anything around here? And there. Okay. Eh, nope, can't find the village anymore. Oh well, so much for that idea. Just wondering, hey, maybe he went down there. What kind of village was it? Was it a taiga village? I mean, we're certainly in the right terrain for such a thing. And yeah, well, I can't even find the. Hey, maybe the village was Brigadoon and it disappeared after I left. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Whoopsie daisy. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, that's right. I took a horse that was like the worst jumper in the history of Minecraft horses. Maybe I should have determined whether or not I could use a shovel while mounted. Well, you finished the challenge. Hopefully you have some wonderful magical selfies to share. No, I don't. No, I don't. Well, looks like it did not put me into anything like spectator mode. And I'm going to see if I can find this mischievous mage. Is he anywhere, or is he just hiding in a corner after that first encounter? I looked all over the place and found absolutely no sign of that mysterious mage. So I must assume that he disappeared somewhere, too afraid to fight me again. Ah, but that's it for this month's series. Are you hardcore? Well, I'm certainly not. First month I get blown up early because of a child, and this month, while I survive, I absolutely, positively could not even start on my objective. And that's it for this month, and hopefully in August we'll have something that I could in some way shape or form somehow, even in the slightest way, achieve in next month's Are You Hardcore?